with especially on this main court, if Bill Self over at KU wanted to watch some of these games, I mean, I know a guy over at UClick TV. I bet he could put some of those games, on a secret feed or something over to Lawrence to where, Bill Self could kind of get a leg up on
secret
some of those other guys, right?
Feed.
I'll just reach out to my old high school coach, his old assistant at Tulsa, Oral Roberts, and say, "Hey, Coach John, get us hooked up, right?"
Yeah,
and
it's already wired for the, you've already got cameras on it.
And
so
we got a Homer and a KU guy right here. You can do the call, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not acting as any kind of a special advisor or paid consultant for the University of Kansas. I don't think that's frowned. I think that's frowned upon by the NCAA. So I'm not a booster.
NCAA, boo.
Yeah.
What about the lawsuit coming up? Self talking about the lawsuit.
Yeah, that'll be a crazy deal.
I haven't seen. What is that?
Has that ever happened before? I don't know if a coach has ever sued the NCAA.
I don't think.
Wait, Self is suing? I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Self
they're
is
saying it's defamation or something.
There was a good article in the paper the other day that you really don't want it to come to that.
Yeah.
Because that means something bad has happened. Mm-hmm. Something bad, and I think that there's going to be some things, but it's interesting too with Oklahoma State right now. And their postseason ban, and they got the best player in the country coming in as a freshman. And now everybody's saying Dick Vitale and all these other pundits are saying, "Oh, you can't punish the team. They weren't here. They didn't have anything to do with it." Well, coach was involved and took some money, and that's a fact. So if you set that precedent of not punishing the team and taking away, or letting them play postseason, which I guess I'm fine with because none of those players that are there now were involved. It's not their fault. But then you set a precedent for everything in the future. And, you punish the people. It's kind of hard to punish the guys that are in the NBA now, but you punish the people that were involved and not the people that are there currently. But do you got to set that precedent? And then that's,
I feel like I could talk about the corrupt NCAA for
I got no love.
Yeah, I think at all these major schools, there's envelopes in kids' lockers. I've heard stories from kids that have received those envelopes.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little fatter than others. But I just – and the way the NCAA exploits these athletes, there's the argument, well, they get an education. They do, but, the NCAA makes over $1 billion. And – there's a way to give more of that back to the athletes.
There's a better model out there.
Yes.
There's a better model, and maybe I've heard hockey has a great model for the kids that are able to go pro right away.
Yeah,
and come back without any penalties. Or in baseball, you've got to wait a couple of years. In football, you got to wait a couple of years.
Yeah,
but you can go into the draft and not hurt your status. There's a lot of different things. I don't know what the right model is, but there's something out there that's better than what they've got now.
The worst college scholarship out there, I think, for one of the major sports would be baseball to chase. I think it's like 23 or 24 scholarships total per team. They got to divide that up. How much money I can understand it back in the day whenever the College World Series wasn't what it is, but how much money is made in Omaha, Nebraska during that College World Series? Darn well that town has fought for that and built that. Because that's how many years has it been there?
One of my biggest pet peeves with the whole thing is you see people wearing a college player's jersey, doesn't have their name on it, but back in the day when Reggie Bush was at USC, everybody's walking around in that number 5 jersey.
Yeah,
who are they representing there?
Yeah,
everybody knows, but
anyway.
And then I would think. I would like to see the players be able to make money, not on their own likeness type stuff. Yeah, for sure. Like a lot of the KU guys when Kansas was good, they had a stretch where they were good at football, 3 years or whatever it was. And what was the quarterback, Reesing?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think he went pro or anything, not
Todd Reesing.
No, what's his name from Tech?
Tech
got in trouble. Was it Tech? No, A&M.
Oh, Money Manziel?
Money Manziel.
See Manziel, and said because he got in trouble too for signing autographs or something.
college.
I think those guys should be able to do that stuff. I mean, I don't think it's whatever. I don't think it hurts anything.
There's going to be rules on that too, and those rules are going to be broke too.
Well,
I'd say just let them do it.
And that's another multi-hour show to talk about.
Yeah,
too,
for sure.
Because when they do allow athletes to make money off to monetize their name and their likeness and everything else, I mean, you think somebody's going to pay, somebody's going to slip somebody $100,000 to do something to come to a school, and that's the ability to use their and then there's going to be the guy that's there, that's the ninth guy on the bench or the 80th player on the roster for a football team that's not going to make a dime. And you're still going to have that parity, and people are there for different reasons, obviously. And a guy that's going to go play basketball or a star football player is going to be there for a year or two at best, or whatever. But I still think that's a whole different can of worms from just a managing who's getting paid what and how much and when. And I mean, it's another.
Like you said, there's a better model than the way we're doing.
Just forget it. Just let it. Free market.
Yeah.
Let it be a free for all. Let's go.
Here's the problem. I look at is the heart of the NCAA too. I mean, say you come from Cincinnati, Ohio, and go to Texas and play. You have a relative dies. Your family does not have the money to fly you back. The school should be able to cough that up. And, I mean, a few years ago, who was it that had a relative that died on the KU squad and they got permission to do some stuff? There was heart shown in that case, and I appreciated that. But those things happen more than you think.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, they should be able to travel. There should definitely be allowances for stuff like that, for travel. But kind of got way off track there, but
I love talking about it, man. Because
I don't think Jeff won.
No, but so let's kind of get back. Getting sponsorships and things for big events at the arena. How could somebody contact you if they were a business in the Kansas City area and wanted to sponsor an event at the arena, or even sponsor something at the at the arena?
Yeah. So. Email is jfoster@hyveearena.com. I think I have a link on our website too to connect. But the unique thing and the different thing from the Royals or Chiefs or some of the other sports programs is it's not necessarily an affinity to a program or to a team or a player, and that's been a challenge, I think, at times. But the unique thing is that we have 52 weekends in a year, and we want to have a different event every single weekend, whether it's basketball, gymnastics, martial arts, dance, cheer. We've had one and talked to several others, esports. I mean, we have a perfect arena from an esports perspective. And so we had a great event last November for that. And it's the diversity of events is so massive here. The challenge would be, I think, for somebody is to be able to activate at different events. And so, we own the building. We have the flexibility to do kind of whatever we want. So, your imagination is kind of the limit of what you want to do to reach the vast people that come through here. So, it's not, it's not you spend X amount of dollars and you get a suite and you get tickets to events. It's not that type of an atmosphere, but you've got 52 weekends and it never stops. It's year round. And rather than have a season that starts in April and ends in October or whatever that is, I mean, we're every single weekend, every single day. And then during the day and the weeks, we've got, a fitness center. We've got memberships where people can come in and play pickup or come in and use the fitness center and play pickleball or volleyball or basketball, whatever that is. And we've got event space. We've done stuff with the North Kansas City School District for their convocation at the beginning of the school year last year. And Mid-Continent Library did an event here. So, it's just a super malleable, it's like a chameleon of a venue.
Well, and I know you guys were going to try to do some high school graduations.
Yeah.
This spring, and then obviously the COVID kind of took that opportunity away.
Yeah. And hopefully, we continue to make connections with the school districts and the kids and we want to do it kind of derailed our whole camp plans for this summer. We had a holiday camp that we started over the Christmas break last year that was really good. I think a good basis. We learned how to better market it and who to market it to. I think spring break was rolling, and man, that Monday was our first day of camp, and everything shut down. So hopefully we'll get that back on track either if the fall, if not for the holidays again.
Well, perfect way to explain this. It's kind of a sports mall, right?
Yeah.
We've got restaurants. We've got some shops.
Yeah.
You can go to shopping, get a haircut.
Yeah.
And then anything you can do on a hardwood surface. So, ice hockey and football turf is out, but we've had the Bulldogs come in and run practice on rainy day on the hardwood floor too. So this is really a one-of-a-kind event center.
Yeah.
There's nothing else like it.
Well, with 12 courts and the arena setting, I've talked to people, kind of counterparts at other venues across the country, and there's just nothing. There might be a building that's got 8 courts, and it's more basketball kind of centric, but they don't have the seating either. They might have two rows of bleachers behind a bench,
right? Yeah,
and a wall. And, you've got more atmosphere here that we, talking about high school events, we want to run a basketball tournament over the holidays. We want to run a game of the week with 2 rival high schools here and have it be exciting and just a different kind of a arena type feeling and setting. So, those are the things we've got on the horizon that we're working on too.
Well, how many wrestling mats were up there for that largest wrestling tournament we had? It was huge.
Yeah, and those are growing.
That was Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next March, we've got, I think it's the Missouri state championships that are here for a few days.
That's
They're doing state here?
That's the club level, not the school level.
Right.
That's
club.
That's the
Okay.
whole state. It's been in St. Louis for 20, 30 years. Something ridiculous.
It was in
it's here.
yeah, they did Sedalia. It was in Sedalia and stuff too. So
Years ago,
yeah. I did club wrestling too. So that's awesome that it's here.
The challenge I think has been we opened in October of 2018, and by looking for events for 2019. Well, by that time, most events, big events, already found homes, and so everybody that we had talked to, and this is a little prior to my getting here. I got here in May of 19. But everybody that we had talked to for 2019 events kind of came back, and they were asking about, all right, how can we get in on the books for a future event? So, the COVID cancellations notwithstanding, I mean, we're booked the rest of the year.
Awesome.
Starting in July, we got a few open weekends, but I have faith that we'll fill those up with something, whether it's a Friday or a Saturday Sunday event. And then we're starting to book events well into 2013 or 2021, and people are signing multi-year deals with us. We're talking to the NBA Players Association about doing their top 100 high school camp here instead of I think they're in Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh. Their commitments done there. We've had conversations with other big bodies like that come in here and they're blown away. If you ever came to Kemper Arena and you've not been here yet, and you walk in the doors and you see what this place is now, it blows your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time, I came in right before we started doing our show here on UClick, and Jim took me around, and just, the memories I had of Kemper Arena, it's like, oh my goodness.
The Elephants came in down there, and the Harlem Globetrotters. I sat over there, and then Big 8 tournaments and stuff. And
it's a cool feel because all that stuff from your memory is still here. Right, it's still got the same kind of feel, but it also has like a new kind of look to it or whatever. So I felt the same way when I got the tour. I was like, dang, this place is awesome now.
Yeah.
Well, you got the DNA from so many major NBA players, college players. Only arena, or one of the few arenas, I think it may be the only arena where Frank Sinatra and Elvis Presley both had the opportunity to play. I mean, you think about that.
My favorite concert I've ever been to was here. I saw Metallica here 02 or 03. I mean, it was awesome. It was great.
I think I saw Elvis coming out of a bathroom last week, in fact.
Oh, yeah?
His DNA walking
a little bit of ghosts. We got some ghosts here. Yeah. That's all right.
Remember what was it, Big, or Danny DeVito, and what was that show called? Twins. Yeah, we could do the DNA thing here and make some hell of athletes out there.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. One thing, there's a final question that we like to do kind of before we wrap it up. It's, this is a tough question. You really got to focus, and you got to think really hard. You got to use your brain. You got to think. What's your favorite barbecue in Kansas City?
Man,
that's dangerous.
It's tough. I had Jones Barbecue for the first time last week. That was
Wow, first time.
good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which location did you go to?
The one over on the Kansas side over, gosh,
gas
off of-
station, the gas station one, the original.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Old school.
Yep.
I like slaps.